Today is Thursday, the 26th of July, 2018. I'm Keith Ward, and welcome to another episode of Homeless in Titusville. And today I'm being joined by, what is your name, sir?
Earl.
Earl, and your last name?
Lally.
Oh, Lally. Okay. And how old are you, Earl?
49.
49 years old. And did you grow up here in Titusville? Yeah, you went to Titusville High School.
Yeah, I was born in Ohio. Came here when I was 3 years old, and pretty much raised.
Did you like living here in Titusville?
I went to Coquina Elementary. I went to Jackson Middle School, Titusville High School, and graduated Titusville High School in '88.
Okay. And were you a popular guy in high school? Did you have a lot of friends, a lot of girlfriends? Did you play football? Did you wrestle?
I hung around with the party crowd.
Oh, okay. So you were a party guy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, hey, different people do different stuff in high school. So, tell me about, what did you do after high school? Did you get a job? Did you go to college?
I was a security guard.
Security?
For 4 years.
And who did you work for?
I started out in Bombay, and I worked for a bunch of different companies and a bunch of different places. And my last job was Sea Ray Boats.
Did you like that kind of work?
Security?
Yeah.
It's a job.
Right. What kind of job would you have done if you could do anything in the world? What would you choose to do?
I don't know. I did yard work and stuff like that.
But is that what you liked doing? Like what did you want to do? Did you want to go to college? Did you want to be a doctor? Did you want to be a lawyer? Like when you were a teenager, what did you want to do? Did you want to be an astronaut? You didn't really think about it. Just kind of whatever came your way.
I was just lazy, that's all.
Lazy, okay. Well, because you were with the party crowd.
That's why I got a job as a security guard, because I was basically lazy.
Okay.
I had a Class G license. I had a freaking flashlight. I had a wood rasp. Rasp wood with.
So you didn't carry a gun?
No, Class G, no gun.
Okay.
Just the flashlight, the wood rasp.
Did that kind of work pay well? Did it pay a lot of money, or?
The most I got was $5 an hour working at Sea Ray Boats, full time.
$5 an hour?
Yeah, back in '88, $5 an hour. Before that, it was $4 an hour. I started out at $3.35 an hour.
That's what minimum wage was back then.
That's what it was.
Oh my God! So you couldn't really support yourself on it. Did you live at home when you did that kind of, did you still live with your mom?
Well, the only thing, if you got so many years in security, you could become NASA security. But you got to have 15 years of security before you could become NASA security. And then you got a police car, NASA police car.
Right. So you could make better money.
Or you could get a job as a bank guard. That's how you'd make better money as a bank guard. Either drive the bank truck or be in the back carrying the money in and out.
Right. So you were telling me that your biological dad, that you were with him until you guys were 3 years old?
I was 3 years old when he became a paranoid schizophrenic. They took him to state mental hospital.
And did he stay there the rest of his life at the mental hospital?
In and out of the mental hospital. Mostly in mental hospital.
Did he work, or was he on disability, or?
He's in a mental hospital.
Well, I mean, but you said he was in and out. So when the time that he was out of the mental hospital, what did he do? How did he support himself?
When he came out, the only time he came out was just to see the family. He'd come out, see the family, and back in the mental hospital.
Oh, okay, little visitation type things.
Died of cancer.
And what year did he die?
He had prostate cancer.
What year did he die?
Probably about 10 years ago.
Okay. Wow. And what about your stepfather?
My stepfather was in Vietnam.
He was in Vietnam.
Yeah.
And what was he in, the Army, the Air Force?
Army.
He was in the Army. And what did he do in the Army?
He was a drill sergeant.
Was he like a drill sergeant at home too? Was he that same kind of personality?
He tried to leave his work at work.
Well, that's good. That's good. Do you think that he treated you well? Did he treat you fairly?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good. So you got along with him. You liked him.
Yeah.
For the most part. Yeah.
He liked to fish.
And is he still alive?
He liked to fish in the ocean, play on the beach. He liked to fish where Dixie Crossroads used to be on the river. Mm-hmm. He liked to fish there by the park.
Did you go with him? Did he take you?
Well, we could either fish or go play in the park.
So
at Sandpoint Park.
Okay.
At Sandpoint Park, where Dixie Crossroads used to be.
Right.
We used to fish right off the corner.
Okay. And
there in play on the beach, catching bluefish.
Were you guys ever any good at it? Did you catch any?
Well, he had me catching the sand fleas, so he could use it for bait.
Okay.
And he got the blues. Oh. I never could fish in the surf. I never got the hang of it. My mom could do it. They just put the thing in the pole, and then freaking do, hits 3 times, and what? Bam, you got a whiting or you got a bluefish.
Wow. So your mom liked the fishing too?
Yeah, pompanos, bluefish.
Did you have brothers, sisters?
My 2 brothers. Two older brothers. I'm the youngest.
And did your brothers go fishing too? Did they like fishing? Were they good at it?
We all went fishing. My brother's freaking great at bass fishing. He uses artificial lures. He's great at bass fishing. But we love river fishing. We fished right there at Washington Arms, behind McDonald's. We go out there wading. You go back to the left side, no, the right side. Out there wading, and there's a freaking trout hole right there. We wade up to our freaking chest. We'd be out there for half an hour, whatever, fishing in the morning. As soon as the sun comes up, catching trout. Wow. Sometimes you hook into amberjack.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
And when's the last time you went fishing out there, you think? 20 years ago? 15 years ago?
A long time ago. When I lived there.
Yeah.
And it's been since before 88 when I graduated. So we grew up there. From the time I was 3 years old. I mean, we spent 1 year in Port Canaveral, Seaview Apartments, Port Canaveral. It's south of, right next to the port. Seaview Apartments is right up from the port, almost to Cocoa Beach.
So tell me a little bit about you. You were telling me that you've been homeless off and on for about 30 years.
Yeah, I've been homeless for about 30 years.
So pretty much, like, shortly after high school.
What happened was, we went to Washington State. I went to Washington State with my mom. I stayed with her for 2 years. And the first time I went to Washington State, my brother kicked me out, and I came back here because my brother's got bad nerves. The one that passed away, when I had a heart attack, he had bad nerves. He was on Social Security. He joined the Air Force, had a nervous breakdown. He went into convulsions on the plane going to the Air Force. They delayed his entry 2 weeks before they put him. He joined the Air Force. They delayed his entry for 2 weeks. He sat there and worried about it for 2 weeks. When he got in the plane to go over to basic training, he freaking went into convulsions on the plane. They sent him back with a medical discharge. So they got him on Social Security. So he stayed in Washington State on Social Security until he had a heart attack. And then they had him cremated.
Did he ever get married? Did he ever have any kids?
No. He had a girlfriend, off and on, but.
How about you? Did you ever get married? Did you ever have any kids? No. Did you ever get engaged? Like, were you ever close to getting married?
I had it really. Well, I was a freshman in high school, and I was going out with a Southern country clogger, Susan Douglas. And this was in 1985. I was a freshman, she was a senior. I had to do 4 years of high school because my first year, my great-grandmother died. We went to Ohio to bury my great-grandmother. And then 2 years later, my great-grandfather died. So we had to go bury my great-grandfather. And I had to go 4 more years to high school to get my high school diploma. So we broke up because she was a senior and I was a freshman. She wanted to get married and have children, so she went off and got married and had children with somebody else. And what? I had 4 years of high school with no girlfriend.
Okay. So after your brother kicked you out, how come you were still homeless?
I left Washington State when I got kicked out and came to Florida.
Right, but I mean,
he gave me a Greyhound bus to get back to Florida.
Yeah, but weren't you
When
able
I
to
got
get a
here,
job and support
when I
yourself?
got here, I had nowhere to go. I went straight to the Titusville Pier, underneath the bridge, before they built the new bridge. We lived under the bridge.
You did.
Yeah,
When you say
all we did.
who do you mean by we?
Oh, we had 5 guys underneath the bridge, and some of them passed away. And we all split up, went our own separate ways. This one guy came down there in vacation. I've eaten more rats here than all of it. We said, you can leave now.
That's kind of disgusting, eating rats.
We don't want to get rabies, man. You can leave now.
Man, have you kind of chosen the homeless life? I mean, do you like it?
No,
do you enjoy it?
But when we were growing up, we spent Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Titusville Pier. The people that ran the pier, I mean, they had beer, cigarettes, fishing. It was, back then, that beer in the cooler it was all the way down the pier, all the way up the bridge, for shrimping, fishing. We'd be there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, every weekend.
So kind of
That's all we did was fish.
So
we had a cast net, fishing rods, and we lived underneath the bridge the whole time we were growing up.
So you did kind of enjoy the homeless lifestyle.
That's how we grew up, underneath that bridge every weekend, and then school all week long. We went to elementary school, we went to middle school, we went to high school, but we were fishing every weekend, all week.
And then you continued that into your 20s when you lived
My
under the
whole
bridge.
life.
Are you happy the way you are you happy with the way things have turned out, or
Well, what happened was we ended up, my grandfather owned the house that we were in on Parker Drive. Well, he wanted to sell a house and buy a Winnebago, so we ended up on Palmetto Street over there by DeLeon, and Palmetto Street is like DeLeon. It's South Street and Park Avenue. South Street and Park Avenue. And then Palmetto runs right there.
Yeah.
We're in a duplex. So, 7th, 8th, 9th grade, we were in that duplex until my mom got a house in Port St. John. Then we lived there for 5 years. And then we lost the house there and we moved to Mims. We lived there for 5 years. And then we went to Washington State for 2 years. From 89 to 2000, we were in Washington State for 2 years. And then I hitchhiked back from Washington State here. It took me 9 days, 3,200 miles.
Wow.
It took me 9 days to get here.
it's a long time?
I got a bunch of rides. I got
you
18.
hitchhiked?
I walked a lot.
Oh, you walked and hitchhiked,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, I had a big old Army rucksack on my back, U.S. Army rucksack on my back, and I was getting picked up by 18-wheelers, and anybody that gave me a ride, I'd jump in the car with. I didn't worry about if they're going to kill me or not. I just jumped in the car.
So what's your health been like as an adult? Have you been healthy? What kind of...
Lately, I've been having trouble with my throat, but this coffee helps. Either something cold or something warm. You know, just break up the phlegm. Hack it up, choke it out, spit it out, whatever.
Have you ever been to jail or prison? You have.
I got in trouble at St. Teresa's Church. I had a security cop come after me with plain clothes on and freaking cuffed me and stuffed me and threw me in Brevard County Jail for 3 months. That was October when they had the St. Teresa's Fair, October, November, and December, to January the next physical year. Because they don't hold court during Thanksgiving and Christmas, so you got to wait until January the next physical year.
Huh. When was that? Like how many years ago was that?
About 5 years ago.
Oh, 5 years ago.
Well, I've been in DeLand for 5 years, so it had to be 6 years ago. Because I went to Volusia County Jail too. A Mexican said I tried to steal his Ford truck. It had a 326 Corvette engine in it, no drive shaft on it, and no water in the radiator. And it's still in his yard. And he was an illegal alien who stole the truck from Mexico.
Okay.
No drive shaft, And they said I attempted to steal his truck because I had a fingerprint on his passenger side door. He wanted me to help him put his drive set back on and help him get his truck running. And they stole his yard. And when I was sitting in jail for 3 months, his ass was vacationing in Mexico. He went on vacation to Mexico. They said that's a first-degree felon. They take away my right to bear arms. First and second-degree felon if I talk to the guy. To try to get the first-degree felon up, that's a second-degree. And then I got to do 5 years in Tomoka State Prison for talking to the guy.
So you did 5 years?
No.
Oh, you didn't do the 5 years.
No.
So all you did was the 3 months, and then you were free.
Yeah, I was in there during all the hurricanes. When Maria was there, what was the other one? Matthew, Maria, all of them. Okay. It was like that was that hurricane season when you had
was that
Jose,
2004 maybe?
You had Matthew, Jose, Maria, whatever. Matthew, Maria, Jose. Okay. I was in there the whole hurricane season. Everybody was bagging sand at the beach, at Daytona Beach, taking it out to 46 and throwing it on 46 where the water always comes over the road at 46.
And what year was this? Like, what year do you think this was? Like around 2000?
When Matthew
2004. Matthew. I'm trying to think when Hurricane Matthew was, and I can't.
It was within the last 5 years, maybe 2 years ago.
Okay.
Because this whole place was devastated. I mean, US 1, they just cleaned it up. It was the last major hurricane. When all that shit and debris was on US 1, it was all the way freaking to the land. It was all over Florida. I mean, everywhere. The debris was everywhere.
So, what kind of living situation are you in right now? Do you have a tent? Do you have a campsite?
Yeah, I've been camping in DeLand for 5 years.
But you're here in Titusville right now. Where do you sleep here in Titusville?
I'm over in DeLand. I'm on 15A. Where the Valero is, there's a Volusia County Rentals there. There's a Valero there, which is a truck stop where you got diesel gasoline, regular gasoline. And I got my tent behind there, and I got a friend, Chris, he plays the violin for the church. He makes money like that, playing the violin. They just throw it in his violin case. So it's me and Chris
over there
and his girlfriend.
A lot because your mom is
I've been there for 5 years, yes.
Because your mom's at the facility.
My mom was across the street at Dexter, and they shut them down because of mismanagement. And she went to this other place, and they're going to have to shoot them down for mismanagement. They need to throw them in federal prison. They need to deport them back to the Philippines. They put those son of a bitches in. Either deport them back to the Philippines or throw them in federal prison for tax evasion. Stealing all that damn money. $100 is a felony. And they're stealing, what, $300,000 a year? So that's, whether $100 is a felony or $300,000 is a felony, it's the same charge. Yeah, we need to get those bitches deported back to fucking Philippines, because if they deport them back to the Philippines, they won't never get a visa, and they will never become American citizens. They won't be allowed back in the United States. It's either that or federal prison. Well, it's a felony. They're going to federal prison, or they're going back to the Philippines, but no chance of getting another visa back in the United States. They'll never be United States citizens.
All right. Well, hey, look, man, it's been real interesting conversation with you this morning, and I appreciate you doing the interview. Been a little difficult for me at times to kind of keep up, but I appreciate you giving me a few minutes of your time this morning. Thanks a lot, man. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.